like my Friday night.
Hey!
Welcome back to Lloyd and JD, the best fucking podcast in the world. I am Lloyd.
I'm JD.
Sup, man?
Not too much.
Wagwan. If people wondering why I've been wearing glasses for the last three episodes, is because the lights are bright and I hurt my eye at work.
Yeah, that's
I don't want to sit here blinking a million times into the camera.
Yeah. It's scary when stuff like that happens. I guess you should explain kind of what.
Well, yeah, I wasn't. Basically, just a fan blew dust in my face.
Yeah.
That was it. But it was sudden, and I didn't know it was. I walked around the corner, and it was like,
yeah,
and you can't really prepare for that.
yeah.
So I didn't think I needed safety glasses.
At the time, yeah.
So yeah, it sucked. And I've dealt with it for like 3 days.
Yeah,
Horrible.
and the scary thing with your eyes is that they are so key to living a good life and seeing that it's scary that
Although
anytime
I feel
you
like
have stuff like that happen.
I would be like Daredevil, and I would like in the rain. It would just be so beautiful.
Yeah, that you'd have heightened senses.
Yeah, like a bat.
Pretty guaranteed you'd just have a cane and a dog.
And a really, really shitty attitude.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it would suck to lose your vision like that, especially suddenly like that. It's.
Yeah, I'd like to watch my kid grow up.
Yeah, yeah. You'd miss out on a lot of things. I mean, that's got to be something.
Yeah,
that's
like
really
I would
tough
never be able to
deal
see
with.
porn again.
Yeah, you just have to listen to the
And that doesn't do
soundtrack.
it for me. It doesn't do it for me. But yeah, no, it sucked. So that's why I got my glasses on.
Yeah. Because this is not the first time it's happened to you either.
No.
Yeah.
It's like the second time I've actually been like incapacitated by it.
Yeah.
Taken out.
It's scary, man. It's scary.
And then a short day of work, which sucks because
Yeah.
I lost money.
Yeah. I had one eye injury that basically I got a piece of metal stuck in my eye, and that sucked.
Oh.
And they had to get like basically pulled out. And it was just kind of a random thing where you would expect it. Somebody had got knocked down when we were fighting, and they got a piece of metal on their gloves. And next thing, it was in my eye.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was kind of one of those weird, freakish kind of things. And initially, too, I could feel it scratching. And I'm like, what is that? I couldn't tell, and it wouldn't move. So when I went, and like, oh, it's a piece of metal. We're going to have to pull it out. And it was a little shard. And it was pretty close to the pupil. So, I mean, it was one of those
Ewy.
unlucky
Yeah, I don't do
things.
well with eye touching. And they like when they put like the numbing stuff in, you like can't touch your eye. And then the dye goes in. It's just a lot of probing that I just don't like.
After that, I mean, honestly, I need glasses. I wish I could wear contacts, but I can't even put contacts in my eyes.
Yeah, no, I can't even get close to putting contacts in my eyes because these are prescription as well.
Yeah.
I also need glasses because I'm blind as a bat.
Yeah. And it's weird. Like it's
this
just,
is my bad eye that it went. I have like a lazier eye than I have one, and then it's always a lazy eye that gets nailed.
Yeah.
I have really long eyelashes too, which sucks at work because they retain a lot of dust.
Yeah.
So even if I don't get it in the initial
Blast.
Yeah, then later on I've got shit just in my eyelashes. It's like not helping the fucking situation.
Yeah.
And then, it's just a shit show. I had to wash my eye for like ages. It sucked.
Yeah. And that's never fun either, too. The eye wash stations or anything like that. It's just it's not a good
The whole
time.
process is brutal.
Not a good time.
Making my eye hurt just talking about it. And I suffer from serious dry eye being in Calgary. Like my eyes are ruthlessly dry. Like this place is ridiculous, and like I don't want to get addicted to like taking fucking drops, because your eyes can really start to lean on the drops.
Yeah.
But like it gets so uncomfortable, man. Like I can't even like blink sometimes. It feels like there's a gravel pit in my eye.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
This place is brutal. I miss moisture.
Yeah. Even though in this case, like, I mean, totally unexpected.
Summer's coming though.
Yeah.
It's warming up. Next week looks warmer. The snow's
we
slowly
can see
melting.
the ground.
I don't want to see snow anymore. I'm done. I'm done with it. I hate it. I can't wait for the Stampede and fun things of being outside and like sitting on the patio at like 9 and it's still hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice long summer nights sitting on the patio.
yeah. We were already looking at like new patio furniture.
Nice.
I'm gonna be making a greenhouse.
Yeah. You're already planning for Stampede.
Yeah. I love. People say like people here are like so boring. It's the same every year, but I don't get it. Like, because in England we had like the same carnival come through like fucking every 2 months it'd be a fucking new carnival, and the carnival's the same every time. Like the carnivals don't fucking change. It's just something to do.
Yeah.
Like we're stuck in a place where like there's no ocean, you know, nothing like that. Like we have to find things to do. You got the mountains, hiking and all that. That's good, but like nothing like, you know, like a festival.
Yeah.
We'd have like the Lilac Festival, but it's quite boring, and it just walk down the road.
I mean, I understand why. Nice. Like, I understand why people say it's the same thing.
Fireworks, yeah, but it's a festival.
But you know, there are things that change throughout the year.
No, but why do you need something to change? I don't know. I like the fact it's the same every year.
I think that people kind of want new experiences. Is kind of.
Well, then go on fucking holiday. Like you're not gonna get new experiences living in the same fucking city your entire life. Like I come halfway around the country, and I like this fucking Stampede. I like it every year.
Yeah.
I'm used to carnivals all the time. We don't have carnivals all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I like carnivals. I like playing shitty fucking games with my daughter and spraying shit and winning fucking shitty stuffed animals that are going to last 2 seconds at home. Like, who cares if it costs $5? It's fun.
Yeah.
That's why I go to work, so I can have fun.
Yeah.
What's the point in having work and then moaning that there's nothing to do all the time?
Yeah.
Well, that's what the Stampede is. Like, food, it's shitty. That's why I go, because I want shitty food. I want a deep-fried fucking pickle. I want a deep-fried pizza. I want a shitty beef on the bun.
Pizza, you want a ghost pepper or whatever.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Stop moaning.
Yeah.
Well, every time I talk about it every year, because I get excited and people are like, even at work, oh, fuck it, I'm not even going this year. Like, all right, go over there.
Yeah.
My daughter loves it.
I go every year.
There's animals.
I'm there every day.
There's lambs and pigs and chicks and horses. Horses are massive.
Yeah. That's great for the kids.
Yeah.
All the
you got the tanks that go and all that cool stuff. There's fireworks every night. What the fuck are you complaining about? It's like the whole package.
Free music shows.
It's great. There's like, and then you got the conventions inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which are huge. And the dog show.
Yeah.
And you can watch that like BMX.
The motocross
thing,
MX,
which I watch like every year. What the fuck?
Yeah.
People will be moaning. And then if you don't want to do any of that, you can go on their shady rides or play the games.
Yeah. And even if you don't want to go down to the grounds, there is a ton of stuff that happens around the city for free that, you know, you can go to so many Stampede breakfasts for free. You can eat breakfast for the whole
you can
duration.
And especially if you're a construction worker, you know, because we get invited to like 9 different ones because we use, you know, there'll be a flashing company. There's, you know, a stone company. They'll all have their own barbecues and they invite us to all of them. Except for my boss is Hitler. He doesn't watch my show. My boss is Hitler and he doesn't let us go to them because they're in the middle of the day, which are work hours.
Yeah.
The fuck? It's Stampede. My last boss was nice about it. Like we'd go to every breakfast we could. Free food. Yeah. Like we're taking a break whether or not we go. Like.
Yeah, and I mean it's just kind of nice, right? Good network and all.
Yeah,
that
but it's middle of work hours.
And you said you got your,
old Adolf,
your breaks that are there anyways. So,
nah, he's nice, but he just like I don't know, for some reason he's not into stuff like that. But
yeah,
I like it all.
Yeah. So the Stampede breakfast, the fireworks are always something that you can take in for free as well because there's lots of spots in the city that you can go. Some great vantage points.
Stop being a tight ass and worrying about free. Just go and enjoy yourself.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good time.
Deep fried pickles.
I go, like I said, I go to the Stampede every day that it's here. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I work a good chunk of it. If you look at my Instagram, you see that like I eat crappy food all week long.
It's always hot too. Yeah. It's always hot. Oof.
Yeah,
I like it.
It depends. It's hit and miss. Last year was fantastic for the weather.
Yeah,
it was all hot. The year before it was like you were swimming in water all the time. It was just like rain all the time and like really kind of.
I never complained about no rain. I prefer it when it's rain because then there's less people there and you don't get super hot. But I like the super hot because I like our winters are shit.
Yeah. No, it's too long. Our winters are way too long for my liking. It's not fun. It's not fun being shut in all February because it goes outside and the air hurts your face.
This is like the lag time between like winter and summer, and it's my worst. I hate it because you just want summer to hurry up. You just want it to be like winter, summer.
Yeah,
like that.
You want it to be nice enough that you can go out and there's no snow and it's kind of
no
unpredictable.
Cold wind. There's always like a fucking kind of like a brisk wind. Like you have to wear like a hoodie and a coat. Fucking shithole.
Yeah, but soon enough, we'll have our 2 months of summer.
Stop saying that. Oh my God, it's so depressing.
The sad reality of Canada.
Man, I gotta move.
If you want better weather, you're gonna have to move your igloo south, my friend.
Well, BC's warm right now.
Yeah.
They're getting like high 20s certain days.
BC's always a a bit warmer than it is here. I mean, here's not bad. I mean, if you look at the winter in comparison,
it's horrible, man. Everyone's like, well, we get the most sun. Like, who gives a fuck? We don't notice it. Okay, that's what matters. Noticing it.
Yeah.
Like, if you can be somewhere else and notice that you're getting fucking more sun, even though you're not getting more sun, something's going on. Like, this is horrible climate, man. We got some bullshit. It's fucking windy every other day. You get a nice day and it's just fucked by wind because we live right off the mountains.
Yeah.
It's shit. Oh, I love Schnook. Yeah, it's great. I love working in plus fucking, 100-mile-an-hour fucking winds. Like, I'm always working out on the fucking prairies. Like, bears paw and shit. Like, you're just open to it and it's just fucking wind all day long. Like,
working somewhere where there is, like you said, at the prairies has got to be absolutely brutal because there's nothing stopping that wind. At least in the city when it's windy. There's buildings to deflect it.
There's nothing about Calgary weather I like. I cannot note one thing about the Calgary weather that I like. Like, it never rains for long. Even when we get I love a good thunderstorm. Just fucking lightning and, a good night of thunderstorm. We get a storm for about 5 seconds here. If you're lucky, it blows over. Gone. Laters. And if we don't get one for more than 5 seconds, the whole fucking city floods and it's like end of the world because we're not set up for any amount of rain that lasts for longer than 5 seconds. Our plumbing is like this. Gets blocked up by a fucking mouse and then we're all fucked.
Yeah.
So, and then it's windy when it's nice. You're lucky if we get a still hot day and then you'll go outside, everyone's like, oh, it's too hot.
Yeah, it's never too hot.
And that's like one day of the year usually. Like, fuck, I hate it. Like, it looks this beautiful day outside. I go out my balcony, it's like, oh, it's beautiful. Horrible.
Yeah.
It's funny. I do these massive mansion houses out in the prairies and they got like hot tubs. I'm like, why? What are you going to do? Sit in your hot tub while fucking Hurricane Katrina goes past your fucking head? Like, unless you build like a 20-foot fucking wall here, good luck enjoying your hot tub. You won't even be able to hear your wife sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I hate the weather here. I hate it. And then in the winter, we just get brutal, cold, snowy ass temperatures.
Yeah, when you're out there and the air hurts your face, it's not fun.
It's dry all year. Oh, God. Name one good thing.
About
our weather. Fuck all.
We get 2 months of nice weather.
Oh, yeah, it's really nice. Windy sun. So, and that's why the Stampede's good too. It's blocked by a lot of wind. You don't get a lot. I find even when the weather's bad, usually it's calmer down there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting there. Like, usually I'm there in the evening, so sometimes it's kind of unpredictable because you get the heat during the day and then you get the thunderstorm, your 2-minute thunderstorm at night. And usually I have to work in that 2-minute thunderstorm, so it just kind of never plays out very well for me in those regards. But like I said, last year was absolutely amazing weather the whole time through. And I have to say that the Stampede's done a really good job in the last few years of making it a lot more accessible and better for people. A lot of people, like you're saying, are complaining, oh, it's too expensive, I don't like going down there and stuff. You can get into there for free on numerous days.
Yeah, it's a couple of days. We went for free last year.
Yeah, which makes it accessible to everybody, right? Mm. So, instead of paying the gate fee, you get in for free, and then you've got extra spending cash for the time you're
paying
the
gate fee keeps the riffraff out.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
They have cheap days, like $5 days. You can buy a pass for the whole thing now. So they've done a really good job in that sense, and I think a lot more people are going in comparison to years past,
We get a lot of tourists as well.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing about the Calgary Stampede. It is, a big tourist draw. It's known as like one of the largest parties in North America, next to Mardi Gras. It's well known for that. And I think sometimes that's what people hate about it, right? I mean, you have things like
I don't know why would you hate that?
Because you have videos like the Alexis Fruling thing where
she was getting it on with those two guys.
The tag team.
Fuck, that shit happens all the fucking time. Yeah. Just because someone caught it on camera and it went big. What the fuck?
Yeah.
She's a whore.
Yeah.
And those two guys
People
are idiots.
just don't like it because it's like, oh, my kids are down there. I don't want to see that stuff and all
that. Well, it's your job to guard them from shit like that.
Yeah.
If I saw that going on, either I try to catch it before my daughter seen it, or I'd fucking, if she did see it, I gotta explain to her, those guys are idiots. And, they were just doing, you make something up. And if they're not old enough to make something up, then you say, aspire to not be like that. Yeah. You can't block them.
There's definitely a life lesson in there. Like, it's like, son, that's not the way to get rodeo tickets. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless, from the guy's perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
it was whatever. She's a whore.
Yeah. And the other part is that a lot of people don't like is the fact that there is always a lot of drunken bullshit around the grounds, and that's...
There's drunken bullshit all the time. Yeah. Like, fucking... And people who still drink, even though it's not Stampede. Like, they drink on hockey games. They drink, like...
Well, I was walking back from the hockey game, and somebody was having a disagreement about something. It's like, man, you just had a great night. Like, that's you guys are going to have
That's just what booze does, man. Yeah. And yet, one thing you can't do is smoke dope on the grounds, which is fucked. Like, at least have a designated smoking area. And I love how they did it, because... I think the bylaw is if you can smoke cigarettes, you're allowed to smoke weed. As long as it's not a no smoking area, right?
No, I think it's...
Because I know my rules are different because I'm medical.
Yeah. Well, I think you're fine because you're medical.
Yeah, I can do what I want.
Right. But I think for recreational use, it has to be, like, basically, it can't be in a public park or anything
but still,
like that.
How would I push my medical claims on site still? It would be... If I was caught smoking on Stampede grounds, it would still be a hassle.
Yeah. Well, they're still going to give you a hard time.
Yeah, exactly.
And it'll be interesting to see how they enforce that as well,
Well, like usual, I'll get high where I usually get high at the Stampede, and then I'll go about my day.
And that's probably what's going to, The thing is that, the crazy thing is that it was always happening before anyways. So
I've been getting high at Stampede since I've been here, and I've been on the same spot. It's chill. No one goes there. Not going to disclaim where it is.
No, because you'll have people waiting for you.
But
it's like, hi, Lloyd, we watched your show, and come here.
I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Put one hand on me.
I'm
just going, no. But, I've been doing it discreetly for years. I've never been caught. I don't plan on getting caught. Touch wood, I don't get caught. But, I don't hurt anyone. And, you've got drunken fucking retards coming in and out of there all day, and you've packed them in the stupid little fucking dingy areas that you call the beer gardens. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but you can't, I can't have a quick puff by the river, you know what I mean? Like, go fuck yourself, you fucking assholes. I gotta go to some disclosed location and fucking hide my axe.
I mean, in all honesty, it's the drunken idiots that are probably creating more problems on the Stampede grounds than anything else.
Well, they always are issue with the drunken idiots, but there always will be issues.
It never stops. Like every year, there's like some video released of a drunken clown getting into some altercation on the Stampede grounds. Like that's a common thing during Stampede.
I feel like we take fighting a bit too seriously these days. There's always going to be fights. You're never going to stop fights. Like they're going to be more when they're drunk, and when they get out of control, and people are going to get you can possibly die. But to stop fights is silly. Like that would never happen. Even if, you weren't drinking, people fight. Where kids fight, grown men fight. That's how we deal with disagreements. Yeah, we can talk to a certain degree, but if some guys can't be reasoned with.
Yeah.
And that's just society. And if that guy that can't be reasoned with is pushing his luck with someone who can be reasoned with, I agree that sometimes a fight needs to happen. I don't know. I feel like as long as fights are controlled to a certain degree, it's like hockey. They let them fight for a minute and then they break the fucker up. Same thing happens in society. Every fight I've ever seen, only a rare few times have I been involved in some fights that have gone a little bit too far. But most things, especially beer gardens, you get 9-10 people on each side holding them back. They talk more shit than they do fight. And even when they do fight, it's a couple punches are exchanged and you move on.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about before on this show, getting punched in the face is part of fucking life, man. If you think you're going to get through life without getting punched in the face, you're probably the guy that people are going to want to punch in the face.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are going to punch you in the face. Don't stomp on someone's head. Don't break someone's neck. Try not to, accidents happen. Some people have died from one punch to the face. And in that circumstance, I feel horrible for that family. But accidents been happening when billions of people inhabit the earth. One of those billions of people might die from a punch in the face. That's reality of life.
Yeah.
But most times, 9 times out of 10, a fight is just two frustrated people that can't exchange words to sort something out. So, I don't condone it all the time, but I feel like we do take it a bit too seriously. We deal with every fight like it was a fucking terrorist attack. It's just too much. It takes a lot of police time as well. Just break the fight up and move on.
Yeah.
But now they're detaining and then questioning and take them downtown. Fuck, is it really worth that? They were having a fight. Doesn't matter what they were fighting over. Yeah. They're drunk. Break it up and move on. That's your job.
Yeah.
Crowd control. break up a fight and move on. You're not you can't solve all the world's issues. So I feel like we try to do that, and people complaining about fighting at the Stampede, you're putting thousands of people in
close quarters.
Like, you don't see fights I go downtown before, I don't see fights every day. Like, you might see one every day, but like when you're getting that many people together, the odds are raised. Like, it just is what it is. Just break it up and move on. Like, just like, I don't know. I've never heard of someone dying from a fist fight at Stampede. Maybe?
No, not from Stampede directly. Like, I
think like the stabbings and probably obviously,
bars
if you're talking about knives and we do have to be careful, and that's why you break the fight up. But if someone's blatantly pulled a knife, then
and that's a whole different
level. But I'm talking about just like disagreements where people get punched in the face. I don't know. It's not. I feel like those should just be like, police should just be like, okay, break this up.
As long as nobody gets seriously hurt.
Oh, you got a bloody nose,
That's not seriously hurt. I'm talking about like, breaks your orbital socket or...
Yeah, well, that's why fights get broken up. Let them get a couple punches in on each other and, Every fight I've ever seen works like that. Like, they push each other, one of them punches the other one, they scuffle for like 5 minutes, and then, 30 seconds in a fight is long. Like, you don't... When you're in a fight, it feels like you were in that fight for 15 minutes. You were in that fight for like 20 seconds, if...
Yeah.
You see like school fights on camera and they're like 5 seconds of fist punching, and the kid comes out like blood everywhere and everyone's like, oh my God, it's like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just a long 5 seconds because you get punched in the face.
Yeah. And people aren't used to fighting, right? So, I mean, that time seems like a long, long time.
It does. And you're using a lot of energy. People can't even go at each other for longer than 30 seconds. Like, it's not like the movies. You don't get these like 5-minute fights where you're taking like multiple punches to the face and then coming back. No, you take multiple punches to the face, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the only way that's happening is if you're fighting a guy that's a pro or knows how to fight, and, he knows how to pace himself in a fight.
Yeah, but still, if you're getting the better of him and you're punching him in the face more than 5 times, chances are he's not going to come back stronger than ever, like, for the finale. Like, he's going to be worse for wear. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't know. They're usually 30 seconds long, and there's more pushing and scuffling than there is punching.
Yeah, and that's the vast majority. The vast majority of fights are what I would call trying to get each other to fight, and it's more peacocking. It's more the puffing of the chest,
which you're never gonna fix. So you just break it up and you move on.
Yeah,
but they don't. Like, every little scuffle is like police priority. Like, fuck, Jesus Christ! Like, what did you think was gonna happen at the beer gardens? And then while they're police prioritizing this scuffle, there's someone getting shanked, like, over there in the silence. I don't know. I feel like we're bad for that.
Yeah.
The situation always goes awry somewhere else while we're dealing with, like, some guy smoked weed on the premises of the Stampede grounds.
Got to get that guy.
Got to get him. But that guy with the sword, he's cool.
There you go. That's all we got time for this week. Don't bring a sword to Stampede.
Unless it's Comic-Con convention, apparently. You can walk around with a sword all day long and then don't say shit.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm Lloyd.
I'm JD.
Peace.
See ya.